Let's talk about the big question. How does MrBeast, the world's biggest YouTuber, do it? I mean, pulling in over 100 million views on basically every single video, it feels impossible. Is it just about having a giant budget? Or did he crack some kind of secret YouTube code? Well, he finally just pulled back the curtain and revealed his secret weapon. And trust me, it's probably not what you're thinking.
So he made this big promise, right, to share everything, his entire playbook. For years, creators have been trying to figure out his formula, but this was him saying he'd just hand over the keys. So what is the secret?
And it turns out, the answer isn't some clever trick or single piece of advice. His secret weapon is actually a tool, a brand new website he and his team built from the ground up. It's called Views.com, and it's designed to give creators the exact same data he uses to plan out his own videos. Okay, so the tool is really broken down into two main parts. We're going to start with the first one, which is incredibly powerful, and believe it or not, it's completely free. It's an analytics toolkit that lets you, well, peek behind the curtain of pretty much any channel on YouTube. So what do you actually get with this free toolkit? Well, first off, you can dig into any channel's public stats. But here's the kicker. You can finally see the split between their long form and their shorts views. If you're trying to figure out how a channel is really growing, that is a total game changer. You also get to see the daily viewership for any video. And get this, you can see its rank out of 10. That's a performance score that's always been private until now. It even helps you find channels that make similar stuff, which is awesome for finding new ideas or maybe even a future collaborator. And that leads to another really cool feature, top charts. You can literally see the most viewed videos across all of YouTube from yesterday, last week, or even the last year. Just think of it like a real-time trend report, showing you exactly what the world is glued to right now. And to wrap all this up in a nice little bow, there's a free Chrome extension. What it does is put all this data right onto the YouTube page you're already on, so the analytics come to you, which means no more flipping back and forth between tabs to do your research. Super convenient. So all of that is free. But of course, you know there's got to be another level. As MrBeast himself says, some of the most powerful tools they built are just wildly expensive to run, which, makes for a pretty perfect transition into the paid version.
And that brings us to the paid tier, ViewStats Pro. MrBeast calls these tools mind-blowing, so let's see what's hiding behind the paywall that could possibly justify a word like that.
Okay, so the main difference really boils down to this. The free tools are all about analysis, looking at what's already happened. But the pro tools, they're for creation. These are active tools for coming up with ideas, for deeply analyzing thumbnails, and for getting an edge on the competition. It's really the difference between studying the past and trying to engineer the future.
The Pro subscription is basically built around 5 core tools. Each one is designed specifically to help you find, develop, and organize your next big viral idea. So we're going to walk through each of these 5 tools. We'll start with how to find those breakthrough ideas using outliers, then we'll get into visual inspiration with thumbnail search and the A/B test database, and finally we'll cover how you can track trends and keep all your research in one place. First up is the Outliers tool, and this thing is fascinating. It automatically scans for videos that did way better than a channel's normal average. We're talking anywhere from 10 to 1,000 times better. The whole idea here is that a video doesn't just go viral by accident. Something about that title, that thumbnail, or that core concept was special, and this tool basically collects all those lightning in a bottle moments for you to study. The second tool is thumbnail search, and this is where it starts to feel a little bit like science fiction. You can actually search for thumbnails just by describing what's in them. MrBeast gives this example, person standing next to a tractor, and boom, the tool just pulls up every thumbnail that fits. What's even crazier is you can upload an image or just paste a video URL, and it will find other thumbnails that are visually similar. It's wild.
Next up is the A/B test database, and honestly, this might be the most valuable part of the whole thing. A/B testing is when a creator tries out 2 different thumbnails to see which one gets more clicks. Well, this tool lets you see the results of those tests from other huge creators. So look at this example from a Ryan Trahan video. The split screen showing the contrast between economy and first class was the winner. And now you know that, and you know why, without having to run the test yourself. And like MrBeast himself says, this tool is basically letting you learn from the millions of dollars he's personally spent testing thousands and thousands of thumbnails on his own channel. It's just an insane shortcut to understanding what actually makes an audience click.
And finally, the last 2 pro tools help you stay ahead of the curve and keep everything organized. Alerts lets you set up notifications so you get a ping in real time when a video in your niche starts to take off. You'll never miss a trend again. And Collections is pretty much your personal dashboard, letting you save and sort all the great ideas and powerful thumbnails you discover along the way.
So, what does all this mean for creators? Well, a tool like this basically puts everyone on a more level playing field. It gives any creator, whether you're huge or just starting out, access to the kind of data and intelligence that used to be only for the biggest media companies in the world. And final, pretty big thought. For decades, viral success has felt like magic, right? A creative lightning strike that you could never really predict. But now that this kind of data is available to literally anyone, is that all changing? Are we at a point where creating a hit video is becoming less of an art and more of a science?